Hello friends, welcome you all to this lecture. Today's lecture is all about your class 6 science NCERT book, and it's about your 11th chapter, which is dealing with the light, its properties like shadows and its characteristic like reflections. Okay, so all these things we'll discuss in this chapter. It will be very much fun to discuss all these things with some examples. So be with me till the end and don't miss out in between, and understand some basic things, how it helps, how light generally help us to visualize the things in our daily life, how it works. Okay, so let's start. So already you are having in all the things very elaborated manner inside your book, but I am taking only the keywords just to explain the concept here, and you can get the basic explanation, very much nice explanation from your book only. And just to clear the concept, you can watch this video. So in this video we will be covering the conceptual things and some examples with some basic phenomena. Okay, so first start, in the first paragraph itself, first page itself, it is written as luminous things. So luminous things is nothing but the things which have their own light production capacity, or they generally don't even depend on others to light themselves, like sun and stars. They have their own light to light themselves or light others too, but we don't have lights. Whenever we get some source of light, then only we can see things or we can visualize the things. So we generally for lighting we depend on sun, and in the night duration we are depending on several lights, artificial lights, and in natural things we are depending on stars and moon like our natural creatures. Then coming to some categories of objects, which is generally differentiating the properties of light. So based on visualization, we have classified the objects into three categories mainly. They have some different properties regarding light. So let's classify them. First, let's consider about the transparent objects. So transparent objects are generally those who have the capacity to pass through, to get the light pass through it. Okay, so light generally passes through the transparent object easily and clearly. You can take the example of glass plates, or you can take the examples of some polythene bags, or you may say it as some means whatever you are taking the examples of glass material. Even the glass containers also are the transparent objects. Okay, because they are made up of glass only. Some transparent fibers also, they are also the examples of transparent material. And then comes the second thing, that is known as the opaque. Opaque means which is completely not transparent, means light cannot pass through it, and light generally reflects back from that substance or that object, that is known as opaque. Okay, so you can take the example very easily: wood surface or your concrete wall, or it may be your paper also, the paper or the cardboards, whatever you are having inside your notebook. All those things are generally examples of opaque object. Then comes the translucent. So translucent means they are not completely transparent and not even completely opaque, means neither transparent nor opaque. They are the medium category, means you have already tested in our food chapter that for fat we have tested that some food substances having fat, means how could you know? You have to take that food item inside a paper and you have to squeeze it. If it is leaving some oily patches on the paper, then it is having fat substances. So the oily patch paper is generally working as a medium of translucent medium. Okay, so generally you can take that example also, and other example is like your tracing paper. Tracing paper is an example of translucent medium, means through which light can pass but partially, not completely. Okay, you can see the image or the object behind that medium blurly, means you can see the image at a blur level but not in a clear level, not in a exact level. Okay, So this is all about the category of objects basing on the properties of light, how we can visualize them. Then coming the shadows. So shadows, how generally formed shadows, that is the main thing here. Here a concept arises that shadows is generally formed by a mechanism of light, because light generally travels in a straight path only. It never goes in a zigzag manner or in a curved manner. Okay, light always passes in a straight path. So whenever you are placing a opaque object, you can say see here, I have been explained in the diagram also. Suppose light is passing like this rays, okay, in these arrows. Suppose consider light is passing in this manner and you are placing a opaque object here. So the light will do what? That it will not able to cross the opaque object, because opaque is not allowing light to pass through it. So light will generally go back here, and around that area, means beside that area or at the sides of that area, light generally passes in a straight or in a inclined manner. So what happens here? Here exactly back of the object, exactly back of the object remains blank and dark. Okay, blank and dark, and that light generally whatever is coming towards this opaque object becomes inclined and passes by its sides, and the means the opaque object is making a barrier to the light's moving path. So the behind the surface, behind the place of the opaque object is remaining edge dark. So that is known as the shadow of that object. So whatever the dark image we are getting to see behind a opaque object through which light generally not able to pass is known as the shadow of that object. Okay. So I hope you all of you are clear about how shadow is formed. So now let us know the some categories, means some timings of shadows, means how shadows is forming larger or bigger or quite longer, or why shadows is becoming shorter or even less or like zero. So there is different timing, or because of the reflection of light only the shadows becoming shorter or longer. Means if the light is falling on an object, on an opaque object, some at some less angle like 30 degree or 45 degree, generally the shadow becomes quite longer, and while the sun becomes at our overhead, means at noon time, generally we are having very less length of shadow, or even you can say shadow is having zero size, means negligible, it generally not visible, near about to our feet only. And again at the time of evening we are having evening time also we are having our shadow longer than our size or our height. Okay, so likewise we have the difference of size of shadows according to the time, means according to the reflection of light or according to the availability of light. Okay, so this is also the property of light which we generally able to know by knowing how shadow is formed. Okay. Then we are having an interesting thing inside your book, that is a pinhole camera. So how we'll be able to make a pinhole camera? Though camera is a very costly structure and a very complicated structure, but still for fun we can make it with the help of two cardboards. Okay, so you have to take two set up cardboard boxes, those which are fitting one into another, completely fitting, and they are not having gap inside them. So you can take the figure also. I have been explained here. Suppose there is a bigger box, cardboard box A, and a quite smaller, not very much smaller. Though we have discussed, it should be fitting into a proper manner. There should be no much gap. okay, between them. So A is the bigger box, B is the quite smaller box. So this B box is fitting nicely into that A box because it is quite smaller. So what we have to do? We have to do a small hole, pin like hole in the bigger box on the back surface, and accordingly on the back surface of B box, means B smaller box, okay, you have to cut a section up to a measurement of 5 centimeter square, means a square is of equal sides of a measurement, definite measurement. So take a 5 centimeter measurement of equal sides and cut it down and fit a tracing paper to this area, okay. Then you have to place the smaller box inside to the bigger box, and you have to see from this side through this tracing paper through this pinhole to a object, okay. Means light generally passes in straight line, so you have to see straight by this tracing paper through this hole to a object. Try to get the image of that object on your tracing paper, okay. It will be in a reverse manner. It will be in a completely reverse manner, means upside down image, okay. Generally this is the criteria of the camera, or generally the image whatever is formed inside our eye also, that is reversed image, okay. So you will get to see the reversed image. Then coming your reflection. What is reflection? So reflection is nothing but whatever you see in the mirror. Whenever you see your face in the mirror, you are getting your face only. So whatever you see inside the mirror, that is the reflection. That is being possible because of the reflection property of light. It is also a property of light. So light generally reflects the thing whatever is in front of the mirror. That's why you are becoming able to see your faces in the mirror. But there is one thing, that your left will seen as right and right will seen as left in the mirror. So this is the दाएं बाएं खेल. It is written inside your book that in the दाएं बाएं खेल we are getting the image exactly opposite, exactly reversing its sides inside the mirror. Then a magic device like periscope. So a magic device like periscope is not inside your text of the book. It is inside the extra work that is written in your book in the summary. I found it quite interesting also. So I added here that if you want to learn, or some people are trying to make that objects at home there, so they can be able to make them easily if they understand the concept thoroughly. That's why I have been added here. So let's know how to make the periscope. So periscope, you have to means you require only two things, that one a object, second is the viewer. Obviously you are making the periscope, means you will be there to view, okay. So you are the viewer, and other thing you need is two mirrors to set up mirror, okay. So place two mirrors in a Z shape. You can see here I have been drawn a diagram. This is a shape of Z, and if object is here, okay. Object is here. At this corner you have to place a mirror, okay. Light passes straight through it, and when the object image is falling on the mirror surface, it exactly reflects back, and same image will be coming, and in here you will have another mirror, okay. In this corner you have one mirror, in this corner you have another mirror. So whatever the image is shown here by reflection, here is the object, by reflection you are getting this image here. So whatever image here you are getting inside this mirror, same image you will get here in this mirror, because the work of mirror is to show the reflection only. So whatever you have been seen here, you get here, that will be reflected back here only, okay. So then whatever is seen here, you will be straight, the viewer will be here, and the viewer will be able to see inside this mirror. So it is a very easy process. Inside this diagram it is looking quite difficult, but if you will arrange this manner, it is very easy to do that, and nothing so difficult like this. Okay, so try and have fun. Okay, so all this uh, I think all the things have been covered here, and if anything is left you can write in the comment, and if you want to improvise something also you can comment there. And if you are liking my videos, then please like, share and subscribe with your friends, relatives, and don't miss out to press the bell icon. Okay, thank you so much.